Welcome back, everyone, to some more MLE action presented to you by APM Music. We are going to get in a match of Shadow versus Bears, similar to the last series. There was a Game 1 NCP here, so a little bit unfortunate on that side. However, that does not mean the show does not go on. Shadow, I believe, will be up by 1, and we will continue the match as planned. So Game 1 goes to Shadow, and Game 2 is up for deciders, as it is going to be Bears versus Shadow. I believe Bears are the home team. I can tell you with certainty here shortly. But yeah, we're about to be ready to go straight into the match.
Definitely, and it's going to be a very good matchup here between the Bears and the Shadow. Like we mentioned, a Game 1 NCP, but for the Shadow here, they're playing out a very strong salary team in Ray, Flyfire, and Mike is my Ike. As well as for the Bears, they are putting out their top team here in terms of salary with Judgmental, Zulu, and Naimo.
Yeah, anything you're looking forward to this here on Wolf Alone? And I just got told Shadow is the home team. But Wolf Alone, anything you're looking forward to here?
Definitely, it's going to be seeing who's going to step up. As far as stats go, the favored player here for the Bears that's on the field is going to be Zulu. However, Naimo, not one to shy against as well. Very high scoring in the matches they did play. But Zulu and Judgmental, the main twos, or the main threes players here for the Bears. So looking to bring Naimo in as well at that 17.5 salary. I'm very excited to see what they can do. On the flip side of things, I mean, they've got their number 1 assister and their number 1 saver in Ray for the Shadow, and Mike is my Ike, very deadly as well. And in terms of shooting percentage that these teams provide, I mean, Flyfire, Ray, Mike is my Ike, it's all a 30% shooting percentage or lower. So I can't wait to see how these players get on. And here we go with game number 2 starting off with Ray and Judgmental. Kickoff going to go favor here of the Shadow. Naimo able to take this ball out and away, gets it past 1 and 2. We'll have some boost to work with. Going to be able to get it towards the net, but Mike is my going to be able to pick up that save as well. Judgmental, low boost, looking to try and buy some time, get a pass out to his teammate in Zulu, and it will be an early Bears lead.
Yeah, good job by the Bears here, already getting a good little lead. I mean, we're less or just over 15 seconds into the match, and we know they had the unfortunate Game 1 NCP. However, they're not going to let that affect them, as, you know, this early they're already getting the lead here.
And definitely looking to try and get back that game due to the NCP could be huge for them, because if the Shadow take game number 2, they're on match point already here in this play-in round. And for the Bears, they're not wanting to try and have to go the long way. And here, Naimo going to be able to play this ball off the backboard. But for Ray, we'll be able to roll the ball, misses out on that touch. But that allows Mike is my Ike with a long, booming clear. Naimo able to play this ball back into the corner, gets the double tap as well. 51 in towards the midfield, but Flycast now going to be able to play this ball back center. Ball played up high. Demo here as the Shadow look to try and establish some possession.
Yeah, Shadow here, kind of holding it a little bit there at midfield. Bears trying to clear it away as it's going towards their net. A good demo out from the Shadow here. Bears up for the shot, though. It is going to get knocked away. Mike is my Ike. Immediately taking some 50s. Judgmental trying to go for it. Zulu is now up for the ball. Passing it towards mid is Judgmental. But yeah, overall, this gameplay, Wolf, has been pretty good. Lots of back and forth in a way. Bears being good on defense, Shadows being good on defense. Neither, though, quite getting the offensive attack we need.
And a close pinch temp there as well. And for the Shadow, it seems like their main game plan, get a demo, try and set up the offense, get a passing play going here with the infield. But so far, that final touch just barely eludes them here in this game number 2. As that bump attempt does not fall through, as Mike is my able to just place it into the corner for the time being. Now looking to be able to try and get something going here is the Shadow. Judgmental able to take control of the ball, gets a tap out to midfield. Past 1, not past 2, as Ray is able to play this ball back in, but like you mentioned, a little bit of back and forth here, Bear, and it's just going to see if the Shadow can try and break out, get some possession of their own to find that equalizer here in this game number 2.
Absolutely. Judgmental here is going to be the one to try and get the clear. However, shot almost on a good pinch here from the Bears side. Zulu ready to follow it up, but he's going to opt to go for bumping plays instead as Nemo doesn't quite get the shot on. Judgmental also trying to put a shot on there, but this Shadow team just good saves, good defense here, and we're just trying to see what's going to come of the series. I mean, we already know game 1 of the potential 5 series game, best of 5, went to the Shadows. Ooh. But are Bears going to make something out of it as Zulu almost owned gold?
Yeah, almost own goal, bailed out by the defensive side and able to pick up another save here from Zulu. Good touch there from Flycast, gets it around Judgmental. I guess my Ike with the Cuxer pinch downfield. Not able to find anything more as Ray misses out on the touch as well. Ball played back into the center. Judgmental with a long shot attempt. Gets the pop back to himself. Bar down, not in. As Mike is my Ike is able to pick up the savior medal and that save just on the goal line. But the Bears are still pressing here as Naima able to play this ball back into the corner. Judgmental going to be able to get an air dribble. Tries to get it past Ray with the flip, but not able to do so. The Shadows still a little bit stuck in their half, but that's a good 50 to try and win some space.
Yeah, we see here Shadows are going for the 50s because the ball has kind of been stuck on their side for a good portion of the game now. Ooh, good save there from Mike as Nemo gets a shot on target and Zulu again. But yeah, they're opting to go for the 50s because there's a 50% chance it gets sent their way, or there's a 50% chance, they get a clear. So strategically, it makes sense.
As Mike is going to be able to play this ball back to the side towards Flycast. Flycast looking for the touch towards the backboard. Mike is with the follow-up. Nemo is there to be able to pick up the save. But no follow-up shot there as Ray and Fly double committed. Now 20 seconds remaining here in this game number 1. Judgmental not able to find another touch, but gets it towards Ray. Double commit, but it pays off here for the Shadow as Mike able to get the ball passed down center. It away, back towards Ray, but not going to find it. And Bears, they have the boost. They have the time on their side. As this ball is going to drop, and game number 2 going to go in favor here of the Bears.
Yeah, Bears there not necessarily quite looking to make sure that the ball went in there as much as they were just trying to waste a little bit of time, get the ball to touch the ground, and take the 1-0 win to tie the series up 1-1 from our current understanding. So yeah, it was smart. For the Bears there. They didn't put too much pressure out when they didn't have to. They were up by 1, so just chill. Don't worry. Don't exert yourself when you don't have to.
And that being said, even with them not overly going, they still outshot the Shadow 9-6 here, and the Shadow put up 8 saves of their own. So the defense of the Shadow stood strong. It was just that one opportunity that slipped by, and they couldn't get really any offensive pressure from it. One shot did go just a little bit wide here for the Shadow, but still the Bears picking up 5 saves, huge for them. And it's going to come down to, can the Shadow try and break down that pressure and get some counterattacks? Because I feel like that could be the key here for this Shadow team to break down the Bears.
Yeah, absolutely could. We are going to go into game number 3 by LO standards here, as it is going to be taken in Sovereign Heights. What a good map for a game 3.
Yeah, definitely one of my more favorite maps here, and a lot of people really happy that this was added to our rotation here for the playoffs. But it is going to be a neutral kickoff off the kickoff. Judgmental not going to be able to find the touch. Gets it around 1 is Zulu. Amo now being able to beat another player of the Shadow, but Flycast's going to be able to stand strong. Gets it past 1 and 2. Not much boost, though, and can only just pick up the corner. Infield pass from Ray. Shot towards. And Ray does get another touch, but it buys some more time here for the Shadow, as the quick flurry from the Shadow will be cleared out.
Yeah, here we're going to see Zulu Gonna get a good little save there as Nemo has to get a little bit more of a fear. Fly casts, almost able to get a shot on net there. Ray putting it in the corner. Zulu here, gonna have to make it clear. This is a little bit different than we saw in game 2. This Bears team are being forced to make a lot more saves, and we're only a minute in. And then, you know, they're just on defense a lot more, Wolf. Not like what we had seen earlier.
Yeah, and this is their first chance to really break out, but Flycast still shutting the door down. And it's going to be Ray just missing out on the touch, looking for the back pass, but not going to find it as Judgmental gets the clear instead. Nemo now going to be able to try and control, but a good dunk by Mike is Mike. That's going to put a waterfall in front of the net. But Zulu with a good touch puts it behind Flycast. That's a bump, opens up some space. But it's the Shadow team still not taking advantage of the space they're given with these bumps and not able to find those shooting opportunities just yet to find their first goal of the series.
Yeah, Judgmental here tried to get the clear, but Nemo's actually going to be the one to do it. Zulu almost went up for the ball, but Flycast getting a good hit there. Zulu opted out of that. Again, Bears are on the defensive still, and they're going to get punished for sitting there on the defensive for so long. Ray getting a good shot.
And a great 50 there by Mike is my Ike, forcing it. 2 players from the Bears went up, but Ray placing it perfectly in between the 2 players, also getting that bounce shot to avoid the third. The Shadow, they find themselves with their first goal in the series, and it's now their first lead as well here in game number 3. As Flycast not going to be able to get one touch. He gets the back to it, though, as this causes the Bears to be awkward. And you can see here the Shadow pressure, it still exists, even just after the reset from the kickoff.
Yeah, here we're going to see Flycast getting a good hit there. And Nemo and Judgmental ready for it, but not quite going to be able to because Mike is my Ike. Mike is my Ike, not quite able to get the shot because he gets bumped. Judgmental here on the clear. Zulu getting a little bit of a offensive pressure there. Judgmental with the shot on net, but it's going to be knocked away by Flycast. Flycast, this game has had a really good impact for the Shadows. He is not the one that actually scored. Ray's the one that scored, but he's gotten the save. He's been really good on defense about getting clears and more or less just keeping the ball away from their net, as we see Mike is my Ike actually taking over a little bit there.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, doing a good job of just keeping the Bears out of their half. This is the first chance. Ray with a good clear pass up to Flycast. Flycast with the shot towards the far post, just a little bit wide, but the follow-up from Mike is my Ike is top right. And a counterattack play from the Shadows succeeds.
Yeah, just overall good shot there. Way to take advantage of the clear that came out from Judgmental. It wasn't necessarily a bad clear, but his teammates weren't ready behind him for the shot coming back at him.
Now off the kickoff, here's another chance. Nemo able to pick up the save, but Mike is Mike fakes it, leaves it for his teammate. A good clear away from Judgmental, and now Ray taking back over. Missing out on the touch, low boost. As Nemo plays this ball into the corner. Flycast not able to find it as well, but the clear goes out and away. Good boost grab here from the Bears. This allows them to keep some pressure here onto the Shadow. But they're still looking to try and find their second shot, much less their first goal.
Yeah, Zulu here is going to try and put it mid. Nemo is able to connect with the pass from Zulu.
Yeah, and a great showing there coming out from Zulu. Just places this perfectly, freezes the last defender in Ray. He's not able to get back to it. And Nemo does a great job placing it behind the defenders. Cuts the lead in half here. 1:07 on the clock in game number 3. As Flycast gets demoed here and forces the 50 back towards his side. Nemo fakes out one, looks for the shot to go to make a save. But Judgmental pass back in front, and Zulu ties this game up, and the Bears quickly equalize.
Yeah, Bears need to do that because if the Shadow end up winning this game, it will put the Bears having to win 2 games in a row, which is a little bit more difficult. So they'd rather get the 2 games in a row won now rather than have the worry on their shoulders later on.
And now it's going to be the Bears. They look a little bit revitalized here after that quick 2-goal flurry from them. They're looking to try and keep the pressure on, but a good 50 win by Ray. He's got no boost to his name. Mike is trying to be able to help out. Flycast gets dunked here on the sidewall. Now Ray, looking to try and collect some boost, is able to leave the ball for Mike Smayak and pick up the save himself. Plays this ball to the side, looking for the infield pass. Will be able to find it, but no one from the Shadow going just yet. 20 seconds remaining here in game number 3. Mike Smayak with a long booming shot, just saved away by Judgmental. Ray plays this ball back out center. And it's a little bit of back and forth, back to what we saw in game number 1. But it's going to be looking more and more like we're going to overtime here. Bears, this chance is denied on the goal line. And now the Bears try to take it, but just falling short.
Wolf, that was one of the closest things I've seen in the last few seconds. We almost saw Shadows taking the dub, and then Bears immediately clearing it, or saving it, clearing it, and then almost getting a shot back on, and then now we're in overtime with not nearly enough time to figure out what in the world just happened.
And I almost completely cursed that for both sides here, as both teams got really good chances in those final 5 seconds. But now to the Bears looking for the first chance of overtime, as Flycast able to put that ball away. Judgmental looking for the double tap, will be able to find it. Plays it back to Zulu. Zulu, around 1, not around 2. This just goes back and forth here. Winner of this game will be on match point. So a crucial game number 3, and for the Shadow, you do not want to go down after pretty much down 2-0 in sense of the games, but with the NCP, they still have some hope with that 2-1 if they were to go down.
Yeah, it is a little worrisome if the games that had been played, if you lost both of them, it can make you worried about what's going to happen in Game 4. So it's very important for the Shadow team to try and get a goal here to take the dub and even out the playing field as far as games played goes. Very good chance that they do so. Zulu, though, however, getting these good clears like that and getting it past some of the defenders is going to make it a lot more difficult for the Shadows here.
And the Shadows doing a good job there. Mike Smayak waiting for that challenge from Flycast to just make Nemo a little bit awkward. Zulu, not enough boost to try and be able to get around it. A bump in the backfield as well allows this Shadow team to be able to get it. 1:50 here in overtime, almost 2 minutes gone. But this ball played out to center. Zulu first up and quick. Nemo now with to be able to get the follow-up, not able to find the drop down. Flycast plays this safely into his own corner where awaiting Zulu is.
Yeah, Judgmental, though, is going to follow up Zulu's hit a second ago. Nemo to follow that up with a shot on net, but a save from Flycast. What a good save from him, too. He sees the shot coming at him. He goes up, and he has to go up again for that one. And Bears just absolutely putting so much pressure on the Shadow team right now.
Yeah, and shots have actually gone into the favor here of the Bears. They were being outshot at 1.6-1. It is now just 9-11 here in favor as that bump comes out, but Mike Ismail not moving too quickly is able to get back to it. Now Mike Ismail able to take this ball towards the sidewall, goes for the team for the boost. Ray places back down. Judgmental has a pass attempt out center. The shot is there. It gets dunked by Zulu. And the Bears, they go to match point here.
That is exactly what the Bears need after their Game 1 NCP. They needed a little bit more of a booster to hopefully get them a win here. Which it's always difficult when you go into a series and you're already down by one game. However, they're making good use of the games that they have left in them. And now not only are they match point, but they can lose one and it's still not that big of a deal. They still have a chance. Shadows, on the other hand, are going to be on their toes here. They are walking on ice. Because they can't lose one, but yeah, it's going to be a good match. Next match will be good, Wolfie.
And definitely here for the Bears, it is going to be just looking to try and keep up that pressure. In the beginning of game number 3, it was all Shadow, but as soon as that first goal came, it was very quick turn, and the Bears suddenly had all of the pressure, had all the shots, and all the real chances, apart from those 0-second chances for both teams. But it really felt like as soon as the Bears got one goal that they were just right back into this game, even with how dominant the Shadow had been. But here we do move to the potential final game here of this series to Utopia Coliseum, as it's going to be the Bears looking to try and take this series out of the hands of the Shadow. For the Shadow, they're looking to try and get them back into it and to force that game number 5. So we have the straight-on kickoff here, starting it off. The kickoff will end up going a little bit neutral, but in favor of the Bears. This is Judgmental, not going to be able to try and get something going there. Zulu plays this ball back into the corner of the Shadow. Now looking for the 50, will be able to win it. This is going to be towards net, but just a little bit wide. Passing play between the Shadow to try and get this one out. But the Bears, they are just waiting, ready to pounce.
Absolutely. Here the Bears are, as you said, ready to pounce. They're trying to get this offensive pressure moved. However, this is a little bit dangerous here, a little bit on defense, but was it a strategic back pass to himself? Nemo getting the first goal of the game.
Like we mentioned, just Nemo playing that ball out and wide around that first defender. Ray pushing a little bit up, thinking he's going to be able to try and control it. Instead, just a long booming shot coming out from the Bears. And Nemo puts his team up and now puts an even stronger pressure here onto the Shadow. They now have to try and equalize here to be able to stay alive in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are seeing the Shadows are putting a really good effort into this game. Here they are trying to get a little bit more offensive pressure going. Mike is my Ike. Trying to get a clear. Ray trying to help him. Zulu, though, is going to put it on net. Flycast, being the defensive guy he is for the Shadows, getting a save. But they really are doing good as far as effort goes. As trying to get the ball cleared. They just need to make their touches count a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. We saw Flycast there go off the ceiling, not able to find an extension, but did find a temporary bump. But still, the Bears' pressure just so immense here. As soon as they get a goal, it's just like, okay, we're going to keep it going. We're going to put the pressure on. Here's another chance played off the backboard. Judgmental pre-jumped. Not able to find the touches. Ray safely gets this ball out and away, but what the Bears are also doing really well is just getting the boost control on their side. So we saw Zulu there take a corner. Nemo able to put a shot towards Flycast. Plays this ball back in. Ray off the corner. Gonna look to try and find Mike is my Ike, but gets dunked out and away. It's Flycast trying to get this ball centered back up for his teammates. A little bit of a team dunk, but it works out for the time being. Not going to be punished this time as Ray gets demoed in midfield.
Yeah, here we're going to see Mike is my Ike with a shot on net. It's going to be saved by Zulu. Flycast, though, putting it one back towards net. Nemo getting a good little clear there. I was saying it earlier, the Shadows are definitely trying to get a little bit more offensive pressure, and it seems like they are starting to get that offensive pressure as we see they kind of have the Bears pinned a little bit, have them in their little bear trap there.
Yeah, and probably wanting to get that touch back is Mike is my Ike. He had a free look on net, and that's a miss from Ray, but Mike is my Ike able to get back in time, get this ball out and away. But final 2 minutes, 10 seconds here on the clock. Zulu tried to go up, forced a double commit here. Another double commit from the Shadow as well. Judgmental trying to get back to this one, but not able to find the touch. Zulu with the follow-up parried away here by Ray. One-on-one chance. Mike's Mike not able to find a flick up and high. Ray forces the miss here from Nemo as well. But it's just back and forth here. These chances just going wide for both teams. But here's a breakaway chance for Mike's my Ike, because he's going to look to try and center this. A little bit of a heavy on the pinch, goes clear across the field.
Yeah, that was a good pinch overall from him if he was trying to get a clear. But in that case, he was looking for a pass, so not quite the pinch he wanted. However, it was impressive at how quick it went. Ray, though, immediately picking the pressure back up, trying to get it back towards the Bears, keep themselves in this series. Flycast having to be the last one back for the Shadows as Judgmental tries to keep the forward pressure going. Mike is my Ike with a good clear there. Ray's going to follow up off the hit from Nemo. Judgmental, though, getting another good hit. Zulu going up to the ceiling for that. But yeah, again, Shadow is gonna. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a goal. You might have heard that in my voice even. Shadow's gonna have to do something a little bit different here. That one was a goal. Zulu getting a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and a good pass up there from Judgmental. Shadow just a little bit too far back. And what I think they really need to change is they get these passing plays, they get these setups. However, the Shadow, they get one shot and they're back. They need to be able to keep that pressure, get 1 or 2 shots in quick succession, not just one shot, let's reset, do another play. You have to make this team awkward. Here's going to be a chance for the Shadow on the counterattack. Not able to find it as Ray wins the 50 in the midfield, leaves it for a teammate, but Judgmental, first one to it, shot towards, it's going to be in, and that could be the dagger here in this game number 4, as Judgmental able to get himself goal number 3. All players of the Bears now have a goal.
Again, this is playoffs. This is the play-ins series of playoffs. So that being said, if Bears win this game, it's a best out of 5. So Bears do take the series, and then we will go on to the next match at the beginning of the hour. So in this case, it would be at 10 Eastern. But for now, we're going to see a few seconds left. The Shadow is clinching onto the Hope. But Bears are trying to end it as quickly as possible. Zulu here. As soon as it touches ground, it is over. And yeah, that's the end of the series, Wolf. And honestly, it was a good series. There was that NCP that ended up making the series not go quite the way the Bears wanted to starting off. However, Bears did great coming back from it.
Yeah, definitely. And just really, they had their game plan, put the pressure onto the Shadow here, make sure that they only got that one-shot opportunity, not able to get those follow-up shots. And the Shadow, they only really got it on the counterattacks, these quick passing plays in front of the net. But as soon as the Bears were able to lock that down, they didn't really force many opportunities from the Shadow. It was the Shadow trying to force these shots, trying to find the passing plays. In the end, the Bears, they come out very strong here, taking the series in a 3-1 fashion. Like we mentioned, this is not our final matchup of the night. Coming up after the break is going to be our final match, which is the Champion League 2's Lightning coming up against the Spartans.
Yeah, and like you said, any final words before we do send it to break?
No. It's going to be a very exciting match to be staying tuned for, these 4-5 matchups, especially as well for Champion League. It can go either way, and I'm excited to see what the Spartans and the Lightning have to bring.
Absolutely. We'll see you right after this break.